I'ma always win.
This is the Catican, baby.
Teresa, and Denisa, I've enjoyed getting to know you. But I choose Irvin as my Catican cutie! We did it, man! Come on. Yeah!
What you need to do, Garrett, is your ass need to stop hating and go get you some money. Get your money up, Garrett. Quit worrying about me. Worry about your own pockets. I'm out here stacking while you're in the comments complaining. Don't be mad at the grind. Be mad at that empty wallet, man. I'm good over here. Now go handle it.
看起来好清楚啊！
那是肯塔基野猫队的标志。
像真的一样。嘿，又拼出字了 ，The Catican。
有意思。
哇，人出来了，是刚才那个主播吧？
他在对镜头眨眼。
Hey y'all, it's Garrett. As many of you have heard from Zach Calzada, I am struggling financially, and that is why I'm putting the call out to BBN to donate to this GoFundMe so that I can go get me some money. Cats by 6'7".
They rebuilt me for more than the game. Overclock. Activated.
Sometimes the season feels uncertain. The turnovers pile up. The shots don't fall. But somewhere deep down, you still believe. That's not blind faith. That's BG Leaf. Talk to your coach today about whether BG Leaf is right for you.
It's the Catican, baby.
It's the Catican. I hit mute. Kentucky wins 99-53. It's bounce back season. Fellas, how we feeling?
Good. I think a get right game is what we needed after that. I mean, it's Eastern Illinois. Takeaways are limited. But nice to have a comfortable one post Louisville, and nice to see that some other guys can get assists even when Jalen Lowe isn't playing.
I feel relaxed after that game. No big takeaways, just an easy get-right game. Good to see Jasper work through some kinks. Yeah, on to Michigan State.
Yeah, I mean, there's not really much to say about that game. I think we dominated the team we should dominate. We covered the spread. Great teams cover. Very balanced. Denzel Aberdeen is incredible. Yeah.
I mean, Mo Diabate, definitely a player of the game, just out-muscled them. And it's these types of games that you would think that Mo should do that, which I think is going to – I feel like players like him is like what separates a team that can get upset versus a team that can't, because with these small schools, like, what are you going to do against a player who's just going to beat you up the entire time? And you're just really happy with Denzel Aberdeen. I mean, easily the best player on the team right now. We get a little bit of bounce back from Ortega. He started getting a bit more of a run in the second half. Not quite what we expected from him, but step in the right direction. I feel like it's not like he could do worse than what we saw in the Louisville game, but encouraging.
Quiet night by Colin, despite winning by 46. What do you have? 4 points tonight? Would have thought there'd be more.
It's not even like he attempted a lot, right? I think he was only like 1 for 2.
2 field goals, yeah.
Yep. I think for Owe, for me, more than his stat line, it was about playing well. I mean, he showed some hustle. He some maybe defended himself against some of the criticism we had in the Louisville game. Didn't blow anyone out of the water. 4 for 7's fine. Perfect from the line is good. 3 assists, which is good from him. I've been critical of his, one of the great things about drawing in the defense as a really strong to the rim driving player is that you can then pass out. And I feel like he hasn't done that a ton, but 3 assists is nice to see as well.
Also got to say, Andre Yelovich is so consistent. It doesn't even look like with some of these Euro guys, there's like a bit of an adjustment period of they have to catch up to how the college game is. He hasn't had like a lot of just like, oh, he's learning like the American game type. Like, I wonder why he's not getting more of a run right now. Because every time he's been in, like he's making plays. He's not hitting like all of his shots. Like there's times where he shoots it and I think it's a good look. It just doesn't go in. So it's not even like he's doing anything crazy, but he's so rock solid every time that he's in there. I don't know. I just wish he kind of got more of a run, especially at the 5. When we I mean, Brandon Garrison is who Brandon Garrison is. You know, whether that's Jekyll or Hyde, I guess, what you're getting. Malachi Moreno, not his best game, maybe his worst game of the season so far. That being said, still 11 points and 6 rebounds. Goodness. I don't know. Maybe give him a look at the 5. I don't know if Yelly was out there, but I remember Aberdeen wasn't out there, and it was Jasper running the point, and we had in one single possession, we had I think like 3 great passes in it. There's like a skip pass to a give and go to a kick out to an open 3. It was just beautiful basketball.
Was that the Cam to Trent in the corner for a 3?
Yes, I think so.
It was good offense.
I think Cam has kind of broken the rust off, that he had the first 2 games. Coming in the second half against Louisville, and then looked like one of the better players on the court tonight. So that's
Cam's
encouraging.
defense was great tonight. He was so active in passing lanes. It's really shining there. Still airballed a 3 though. Bad.
But he hit 2 before that. So
that's what they'll remember. And the airball.
It's odd how many of our players are decent shooters sometimes. Like Cam, I trust to be a good shooter. Didn't show it up until the Louisville game, but based on what they talk about in practice, great shooter. Aberdeen has shown it, pretty good shooter. But both of those guys can just airball over the backboard airball. I mean, it's for being that good, it's amazing how often they are totally off on their misses.
But what they're doing is charging up. Okay. Because a miss, whether it rings around the rim and comes out, it's still 0 points.
Oh, this is true.
So you get all your miss energy out on a really bad one. Then you go 40% the rest of the way.
Yeah, I think they should just throw it directly out of bounds on the shot.
Yeah.
No long rebounds on their toes.
Fans on their toes.
Consider it a lob.
Yeah, I actually, yeah. Best would be if you threw it to a teammate. If you're gonna throw it without making it, a teammate would be a good place for it to land. But
yeah, I don't think there's like much to talk about for this game except the news. I guess the news coming out today is kind of the biggest thing, right? Like it's the post-game show, but with Jalen Lowe, his shoulder being very tender.
Has anything come out of whether he's going to get the surgery or not, or we're going to be playing this game all season long?
I don't think we know yet. I think that they had another MRI done today, and we're going to think about it. And his decision's a little more interesting than Lamont's last year because he has remaining eligibility. And so a medical red shirt could be huge. Plus, this is so early in the season that depending on how long this goes, he just sits out the rest of the season. He hasn't burned anything. Also, he could play 8 more games and then make the decision and still be eligible for a hardship waiver. So, I don't know.
Can we just bring him back for the last 8 games?
We can't. Can't be in the second half of the season. NCAA thought about that one.
Hate that. I don't know. Like I think Jalen being out for the season, it sucks. I don't think it's the worst news in the world because of how well Aberdeen's playing. And I do have faith that Jasper at the 1 of just being like a microwave type scorer that he can be. And it's real. It could be good. It can be bad. What you see from Jasper as a distributor, because he's had moments of brilliance, and then he'll just have like some of the worst passes you've ever seen. But I mean, it's a freshman playing his like 4th game, and it's not like he really practiced at the 1 in the off season. But I'll say Brandon Knight was our starting point guard and played very similarly his first few games, to where it was a thing like every game. Brandon Knight was almost having like double-digit turnovers every game, even I think through Maui. And so I wouldn't be writing off Jasper at the 1, especially as your backup 1. I think that could end up being really interesting.
I mean, I know we have to account for quality of opponent, but I'll take this line from Jasper in 19 minutes, 8 points, 5 boards, 7 assists, 2 turnovers. 7 to 2 is not a bad ratio.
He only had 2 turnovers. Were they just that bad that I remember them so vividly?
Probably.
Each bad turnover feels like 3.
Yeah.
He also, like, I don't know if he is small, but he feels small when he's out there.
He's really skinny.
Yeah.
Well, you and I have seen him, and he isn't small.
No.
But maybe compared to other players.
I think he's our best shot at reaching our ceiling. He's the backup point guard.
It is funny to see people being upset about Jalen Lowe being out for the season are most likely the same people who said that Jalen Lowe sucks after the end of the Louisville game.
Yeah, there's a lot of that. Like, it's...
Yeah, people like misery.
Yeah. Just want to complain.
Trent Noah bounce back game. He's back.
Trent Noah played today game.
Yeah. He scored first time this year.
It was odd that they commented that he was available for the last game and didn't play at all after starting the first 2.
The last game,
Yes,
the Louisville game.
Yeah.
I don't know do we want him in the Louisville game?
Especially given how it went. No, that was just not happening.
No, but it also seems weird that they even said, like, they could have just said he was still out.
Oh yeah, right. They had the real easy excuse with the ankle injury, knee injury, whatever it was.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Hope I think commented on the shoulder in his post game. So they'll spend the weekend talking with his family and medical team to decide to do what's next. So I don't know. It feels like we had that first. Feels like we just said that. So
breaking news.
You heard it here first.
Must credit the Catican.
It's always so tough with these beat down games because at a certain point it's just like, yeah, I mean, like we kicked their ass. We should have kicked their ass. And now we go on to a game that we actually care about with Michigan State. What's the confidence level going into that one?
I don't know. I mean, I think we're still pretty good. I think that Lowe is the bigger question mark than what does the Louisville game mean for us. I mean, I think Louisville's a very good team. I think that they'll continue to be all season. I think a couple of their players are very good. So I don't necessarily think that our performance in that game is doom-worthy. Jalen, I think, is a bigger issue and who is going to play backup point. And we need Denzel not to get injured now. But I think that so somebody brought up Michigan State's 3-point numbers for the season. Let's see if I can find those real quick because they are ugly.
Yeah, I think they only shot 2 against Arkansas.
I think we match up well against the Michigan State style team, kind of like Purdue.
That's what I was going to say.
And I think Denzel Aberdeen is going to end up being kind of the guy this year.
Michigan State shooting 22% from 3 on 4.3 attempts a game. They're terrible at threes.
Well, and I mean, I think Izzo's a good coach. I think that they have some talent. So I don't know that I am just looking at that, but I do feel like the big thing we talked about all offseason is the depth. And how deep are you if you can't, definitely Lowe was one of the players that most hurts us if he's out. But you can't talk about how deep you are and then say, well, the season's over, we lost a guy.
Feeling good about Michigan State, mostly with agreeing with what Caleb said, very similar to Purdue. With these Big Ten teams that like to slow you down and grind it out, I don't know if you want to get into an efficiency off with Kentucky right now, because if you're limiting the possessions, I feel like that also plays into our favor, and we don't even like to limit our possessions. Like we were seeing it tonight when they were trying to slow it down. Like we're more than capable of executing in the half court, and we'll shoot threes, and you won't.
Yeah, I mean, today was great. We were 1.45 points per possession, which is crazy. Again, qualifier. It was Eastern Illinois, but
sure.
We were 60% from the field, 37% from three, shot decently from the line. Like if we're having a night like that, you can't out efficiency us.
Man, guys, it's a slow one tonight, huh? Did you guys know where Michi White is from?
No, I
Nope.
didn't understand these references either. Oh, now I'm getting it.
Man, is this the slowest episode of our show ever? Do we air this one?
I don't think we have a choice, right? We're
We're
a live studio. What's the chat saying?
For what it's worth, the chat isn't helping much either.
I'm the most active member in our chat right now. When I said, "Yo, let's do a show" in our intro.
I did think that McMorris kid looked decent. Congrats to him for scoring 18 points. Got to the line a ton.
Oof.
I'm going to be very. Michigan State's going to be kind of a tell. This game we played some weird lineups, some kind of minute distribution that I don't think was like to score the most points, right? But we'll have to against Michigan State, and then I'm going to be interested to see what Pope and Co. kind of land on, because in my head it's Aberdeen, Chandler, Cam, Mo, Marino get the most run, right? Like, and we haven't really seen that much.
We had one of Mo or BG in for all but 1 minute of the game. I was going to ask if we did any without them, Mo and Yelovich, because I want to see that. I think that I think I said this the other night, that highlights a lot of how Mo played at Alabama with Grant Nelson, 6'10", 6'11" at the 4, which mitigates some of the size issues with him playing the 5, because you still have a tall guy in there. But I think that'd be kind of fun. But I would also like to see it in a game like this before I see it against a Michigan State quality opponent.
Right.
I like the playing Mo and Malachi at the same time, just two dudes down low who are just tough as hell. Like, it feels like the big man equivalent of, like, like Steph and Clay were the Splash Bros. I feel like this is our equivalent. Like, we got the Bang Bros.
Yeah.
I thought of that
It's
one.
a good idea for the merch store. You can add that.
I think that one's going to catch on.
What kind of vehicle do you think they
we
drive
should,
around town
we
in?
should,
It's gotta be a
see if
big
we can
car.
buy that URL.
Like a bus? The Bang
Oh
bus?
my gosh.
It'd be a big vehicle, yeah.
You'd need a large vehicle to carry those guys around.
But I do think that would mean a lot of rebounds.
Oh, yeah.
And I think Colin and Cam play better defense than, like, I've always been the defensive liability every game.
Yep.
And I don't know if it's a health thing or what, but if we're not going to be able to score a million points, because that's just the kind of way that we have to go, and we have to play some lockdown defense. Oh, like Owe doesn't shoot well either.
No.
0-for-1 today.
Yep. Nick
My
in the
biggest
chat says Yelovich is progressing nicely, and I think just needs more quality playing time like he's getting. Him and Malachi are excellent 4-5 combo off the bench. I agree. Yeah. We should get more run. I think he will. I mean, these rotations, it's not like they're set in stone right now. We're not even 5 games into the season, right?
And we got a bunch of bye games coming up too.
And then it's like if we have to play like if we have to make our rotations kind of more normal, right? With like a 31, 32 minutes for our starters, we're going to have to slow it down as well. I don't know. I'm not really sure. They're going to have to figure it out, and I do think that they will. I think we have enough pieces and enough versatility in the lineups that we can play at a bunch of different styles. It's been pretty tough for our preseason, like, we're supposed to be National Player of the Year candidate to be kind of I don't know, probably the 7th best player on the team.
It's tough.
I gotta hope he's just still getting back into shape after having the boot and everything, because this cannot be the Otega Owe we get this season.
I think my biggest question for the Michigan State game is how much run does Trent Noah get? I mean, if he's starting in the first couple and then not playing a minute in Louisville and then playing 22 minutes today, does he go back to, I mean, what's our expectation for him going forward? Does Pope think he's going to play 50% of the minutes, be a part of the rotation like he has been in a couple of these games that don't matter? Or does he think he's victory cigar, which seems, I mean, what a great luxury if that's your victory cigar, but like.
I think it depends on, because there's really good teams that don't have wings that can destroy you, like Purdue, right? So I don't know if it's like the quality of opponent rather like the build of the opponent that kind of dictates whether or not he is too much of a defensive liability for the hustle plays, the rebounds, and the threes not to really help. But Cam is incredible as like a wing defender. It's just it's night and day.
I'd like to see Trent Noah's defensive statistics alongside Cam. How much does Cam's length help compensate for Trent Noah's physical disabilities? That's not the word I'm looking for. Yeah. How do they help each other on defense?
Because they played a little bit together today.
Yeah, I'm excited. I tried to look up after last show. I tried to get on CBB Analytics and look at our lineups, just to see who was performing the best together on the court. And the sample sizes are all still so small for everybody. Just looking at the Louisville game, you had one lineup that played like 18 minutes, one that played 7, one that played 5, a couple that played 2, and everyone else played 1 together. And you're just not going to get good data on that. Like, one of them didn't even have a full possession in their minute because there was immediately a turnover and timeout, and they got pulled. One of them didn't have a turnover, played together a minute, and also didn't get an offensive possession, and I don't know how that. I'd love to figure out which one that was and how. But anyway, we don't have enough good data yet. So eventually, as we get more of these games, it'll be good to look into some of that stuff.
I can't wait for us to go on like one run against Michigan State for like a 12-0 run, and then that just completely skews all of the data.
Yeah,
because it's so small. And it'll have like Mo at the 3, and it'll say that's our best lineup.
We had a bit where I think Mo, Noah, and Cam were out there. And it's just like that's a bunch of 2.5 to 3.5s, right? Like that are playing, but they're so big. Especially compared to Eastern Illinois, whose tallest player was how high? How tall was their tallest player? It's like
6'7". We did the thing.
I don't know. It's gonna be interesting, but I also like what is the coaching staff's responsibility on like manufacturing some lineups for data in these types of games? Because did we do that enough today?
Yeah, it feels like this would have been the one to do it, right?
Yeah, because for me, I'm watching the first team guys go out there, and you have like a 3 and a 5 that I would rather get swapped for the 3 and the 5 on the second team, right? So, yeah, it's just like it's a little bit weird.
Maybe that data collection is why Pope put in the starters on that second to last possession of the game for seemingly no reason before bringing in Walker Horn, who, again, totally bricked that shot. His one chance.
Got to be better.
Bricked it hard.
Good foul by Toe, though.
Strong foul. Farm strong. That's what he was.
Saved the
We're
point.
going to foul. You got to make sure they don't hit it. Right?
Yeah.
That's what they say.
Mark Pope during the presser says he was frustrated by the lack of getting back on defense in transition against Louisville. And he said 5 minutes into the game tonight, he said every player that didn't sprint back would have to do a 17, which is in a sprint exercise the next practice, and says he'll do that for the whole game now. So sounds very similar.
I think Jasper might be running some 17. Oh.
But yeah, fellas, I don't know. I mean, we ran through this game. It's just it all comes down to Michigan State, right? So I don't know if we want to comment on this anymore. We want to do a little potpourri. We want to, just talk about whatever, or I don't know. You guys seem like a couple low energy Jebs tonight. So, what do we want to do?
I do think it would be really funny if we beat Louisville in football. Because it would kind of screw everything up for them and their like shit talkery for the rest of the season. Because the game happened before the football game. And I do think we could definitely do it.
The way we've been playing recently. Yeah, right.
Is the funniest outcome we lose this weekend and then still beat Louisville?
Yes. I mean, I honestly think Tennessee Tech is, if an FCS team, are they FCS?
Yep.
If an FCS team beats us, it would be them, right? They haven't lost a game.
Their coach, Bobby Wilder, used to coach my hometown ODU Monarchs when they were in the FCS. And he started that program from scratch in, I think, like 2008. And they immediately, I think, went to the FCS playoffs their first year of eligibility and started shattering records with Heineke, who got a run in the NFL. He is the FCS GOAT. So if there's any team that in the FCS that could beat us, it would be a team coached by Bobby Wilder.
Is he trying out for the job tomorrow? The Kentucky job?
That would be sick.
Yes.
Bobby Wilder is a name. That is a name I would like to have as a coach. But I do fear that we're getting Dabo Swinney. It just seems like the Mitch guy.
Oh God, it makes a lot of sense.
Oh man, I hate that. He does seem like a Mitch guy, and that upsets me.
Isn't that better than what we have right now, though? I mean, I'm not like a big
See,
Dabo.
I just hate Dabo. Is my
Well,
he does have that drip
in this scenario.
Mm.
What do you not
Doesn't feel great?
Maybe we give Bill Belichick a run. I actually don't think Stoops is getting fired because I think we're going to I think we might win out.
There's 2 wins at least, I think.
It's really going to just come down to that Texas game, isn't it? Where between us, I think if we had won that Texas game and we're finishing the season how we could right now, if we beat Tennessee Tech, Vandy, and Louisville, if we win those 3 and we had beaten Texas, I think we'd look back on this season and be like, a pretty good year.
Yeah,
right.
agreed.
Would that be 8 wins, wouldn't it?
That's crazy because
I think you definitely
Texas.
Right.
You should have beat Ole Miss.
I mean, I think that we're in kind of a weird place where a lot of people have mentally moved on and, I'm going to be angry at Stoops and, I'm going to be angry if Stoops wins or does well because then we'll keep him and I don't want to keep him. But really, like if you kind of objectively look at this year, it's been better than most. We're not quite at 10-win season level. And maybe it's an indictment that you outgain Texas by triple and somehow still lose that game. But like, I would have said Texas blows our doors off. And that was a very close game that I didn't expect. Ole Miss was closer than I expected. We've won a couple I didn't expect. And
Texas
so,
and Ole Miss are in the playoffs
it's tough.
right now. Yeah.
It's
they are
tough
in the
because
playoffs.
this is, I think we have really outperformed my expectations. Shit, I had us with 3 wins.
Yeah, me too.
I think our only bad loss is South Carolina.
And South Carolina has gotten worse because of injury.
But our Georgia, Ole Miss, Texas, it's like those playoff teams.
Yeah.
And we gave them pretty good games. Well, I guess Tennessee's a tough one, but that's I don't know. That's like some structural issues that we can't keep up with. Like schematically, we just can't beat them.
It's just funny because like I feel like there are years in which Stoops got more credit than he deserved. And this is one where I think he isn't getting enough because of where the fan base is mentally relative to his future employment, where people don't even sell. I mean, people are cussing when we win because they think like, damn it, this is going to buy him another year.
If we finish
it's
with
bizarre.
7-5, right? If we finish 7-5, go to a bowl, win the bowl, 8-5. That's a good Kentucky football year.
Yeah. And it should be encouraging going into the next one because it's like went to a bowl game in a rebuilding year. We have a quarterback who is a guy.
And we got play out of our young guys that either stepped up or didn't, and you can make those changes. Yeah. I also think that there was a change after the Texas game. It's been hinted at least of Mark Stoops having a lot less of a control over the offensive coordinator.
Yep.
And that's been so obvious. Like, are we not doubling our average points over the past like 3 years?
I mean, it's such a little thing that you kind of sit there and it's like, you mean to tell me we have never tried this?
Right.
When we've been a dog shit offensive team, we've never said like maybe let the offensive coordinator have a bigger role ever.
Just look at Liam Cohen, right? It's like he was here and it kind of sucked, and then he goes and he's like one of the premier offensive minds in the NFL.
Yeah, he beats the Chiefs on Monday Night Football. Yeah.
I think every OC that Stoops has gone into some sort of good amount of success afterwards. Eddie Grand being, I guess, the exception because he stayed in-house. But that was like the only guy he was ever in lockstep with. Every other guy, Shannon Dawson ended up being decent, Neil Brown, and Stoops always meddled.
Perhaps when you have a dog shit offensive mind, being in lockstep with your OC is a bad thing.
Yeah.
And you should, and when everyone who you are not in lockstep with goes on to be excellent somewhere else, you should be introspective and say, like, maybe I'm the problem.
It makes you think, are Benny Snell and Chris Rodriguez like the 2 worst things that ever happened to Kentucky football? Because it made Stoops think that he can meddle in and be like, let's just run the ball up the middle.
Yeah. I can see that.
I mean, I also think you're in a tough spot given the way that the coaching carousel is going to turn out this season, where you may have a list of guys you want to hire 10 guys long, but there are 15 jobs better than yours. And so you're going to end up 6 guys down your list that you don't want to hire. I mean,
Hear me out. Bush Hampton. Aaron Waiting.
I'll take it.
Bush Hampton is a good football coach name.
Coach
it is
Hamden.
a good football coach name.
Coach Bush.
Yeah.
It's a good coach name, a NASCAR driver.
Coach W. Bush.
Mm-hmm. It is like 2 NASCAR names put together, I guess.
Yeah, it is.
I think it's also important to have a good quarterback name, and Cutter Bowley's there.
Yeah.
He really didn't have a choice to be anything but a quarterback when your name's Cutter Bowley.
Yeah, it's like Gunnar Stockton. There's some just, yeah. I mean, all of those, like Oklahoma had a run of them.
What do you guys think of Pope's comments of before the Louisville game about us having some sort of locker room issue? Not a lot of fumbles from that guy, but that felt like he handled that poorly.
Were somebody kissing or something? Like, I don't understand. Because it wasn't, it feels like if it was 2 dudes from our locker room fighting with each other, then they wouldn't talk about it, right? And then if it feels like if it was like some kind of weird altercation during pregame, everybody would have known.
I assumed it was. I mean, based on the context of his interview, I assumed it was just you responded poorly to the Louisville fans. You were shit talking them before the game, chirping back when they're yelling at you as they do. Just let them.
He cares about that though.
Oh yeah, chirping back. I'm sure, especially if you then lose.
Can I go conspiracy theory?
Yes, please.
We're wondering, why did Trent Noah, if he was available, why did he not play against Louisville? Did he say something to the crowd? Did he do something to the crowd? Did he get quietly benched for behavior? Or did his knee explode in the previous game? And that's really what it was.
One of the two.
All right, reading this out loud for the first time. This Ortega, in my opinion, is the odd man out. Just watching him play the last few games, his defense is horrible. He plays too far off the ball on 3-point defense, and he can't shoot the ball. I feel like we're all in lockstep with you. He gambles too much on defense.
He also doesn't hustle enough to gamble.
It's the Reed Shepherd school of perimeter defense that worked out for him 30% of the time, and great, he had a home run. And the rest of the time he got blown by because he missed. And people just forgot it. People excused that. They thought he was a good defender because he had good steals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not
I
playing
think analytically, it was good. It was a good play.
Last year, we were talking about it after the Duke game last year because we were seeing it in person where he just kept getting blown by at Duke because he kept missing, trying to pick off passing lanes. But he was also making enough plays on the other end where you're like, okay, let's let him freelance a little bit. But now it's a little bit like, okay, dude, like we can't be taking off time on both sides of the court here.
I think, though, maybe his success last year was kind of a product of everybody like really sticking to their roles. Whereas this year it's like Aberdeen looks like a rock star, and he pulling up like the notorious Bond hater long twos and just draining them. And like,
it was a sick long two tonight that he got.
Yeah, it was. It was so sick from like a free throw line. Yeah.
That one wasn't even a no, yes. That one he pulled up and I went, oh yeah. Oh, that's a good one.
That's a SDA you pull up.
We're gonna look and see how we're doing on the long twos, by the way.
Maybe that's what Ortega needs to start taking, because the threes aren't hitting.
Oh, well, I'll tell you.
Get him some 14 footers.
Ben will want to set him on fire if he starts taking
Oh.
more long twos.
Yeah, well, just you wait. Twos, rim, mid. All right.
It also,
so-
it feels like Ortega thinks that he's gonna get the ESPN treatment or something, because he complains every time there's contact.
Well, running those 17s should hopefully fix that, with him not getting back on defense with his arms up to the ref.
So on the team, there is one player who's made more than 2 long twos, and that's Denzel Aberdeen, who's made 3 out of 7. Malachi's 1 for 2, BG's 1 for 2, Jasper's 1 for 2, Jelly's 1 for 3. Ortega's 1 for 8, so I don't know that I'm thinking that needs to be where we improve here. Conversely, Ortega's 10 for 13 on close twos, so maybe just get to the rim more.
So BG should be shooting more long twos?
Yeah, we're gonna go with small sample size on that one. 50% doesn't count when it's 1 for 2.
We need more data. Shoot a bit more, figure it out.
Yeah, I don't know that I want the sample size to be a whole lot bigger. The other kind of thing that jumps out at this is close twos, and then some people are worse than this, but Moreno 12 for 20. I mean, he gets some criticism on not finishing his dunks. And in fairness, he does get fouled on a bunch of them, but he's missed a bunch of dunks. This dunk's a separate thing on here. It is, yeah.
He was having some tough stretches tonight with that.
He's 9 for 10 on dunks, so I guess close twos is.
I think that is also him not in high school. You can get bumped around and he can still do the whole jump 3 inches and just put it in. Whereas in college, there's a little bit more disruption.
Definitely.
Need to play strong.
He had 2 tonight where he got fouled and missed what should have, even not including the foul, he still should have made the dunk and a layup, missed them both. You can tell he's adjusting to the physicality of even an Eastern Illinois team.
Yeah.
And yeah, right.
And then Mo looks like he plays like he's Shaq or something, and he's only 6'7".
Mo
18
plays
for
BG
21
thinks
from 2.
Mm-hmm.
What was that rap? You said Mo plays like what?
Mo plays like BG thinks BG is playing when he's out there.
So true. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, fellas. Well, I feel good. I'm feeling good about Tuesday. I gotta say, I even on the intro tonight phoned it in a little bit because I'm saving the good stuff for the Michigan State dub.
Where's that game at?
MSG,
Garden?
New York. Yep.
Windy City.
You guys ever been to MSG?
Yes.
Yes.
No. Is MSG also the stuff that they put on Chinese food?
It is.
Oh, snap. MSG is so wild because you're just walking around New York and it doesn't stick out because there's big buildings everywhere, and you're
gonna need to clarify Chinese MSG or the stadium.
Yeah.
You just can it just happen upon Madison Square Garden there. It's also just right by Times Square. So
yeah,
I went for the Kentucky Seton Hall game where Keldon Johnson hit the half-court shot, and I was plastered. And we lose the game, and then I step out into Times Square, and I'm plastered. I gotta say, it's quite the experience being day drunk in Times Square in New York. It's a good time. And then I went to Madame Tussauds.
Nice.
Oh, good.
Hammered Madame Tussauds.
Yeah, that's a good follow-up.
Good time. All right,
Nothing
fellas.
like
Do you want to call
coming
it?
down from a basketball game at a wax museum.
Yeah. Well, it's just a bad loss to Seton Hall, too. That felt like such a gimme when I was buying the tickets. It's my honeymoon, too.
Yeah.
I made my wife sit through Kentucky Seton Hall in a loss on our honeymoon.
Oh boy. Worse for me is you took her to the wax museum on your honeymoon.
That's how you know I was drunk. Like,
With a hangover.
Yeah. Good times. And ironically, she threw up in Times Square, not me. She had a
You're allowed
bad
to throw
hot
up at Times Square. Everyone's throwing up at Times Square.
I think it actually made it smell better in Times Square. Place is the worst.
It does have a 3-story Olive Garden, though. So if you're in New York, I got to recommend the best Italian in the town. Times Square, 3-story Olive Garden. Get there.
Do you have a particular story that you?
Store? The third?
No story. Which level?
The third one. You get beautiful views of like Elmo, Grimace, all of the knockoff, the ones that do flips over each other. You get to see the whole farm.
All right, boys. I feel like that's the show. Always good hanging out.
That's a good one.
I'll see you guys Tuesday. Do a show. All right, everybody. Thank you for joining the Catican. For Kale, for Ben, for Raph, I'm Jared. Go Cats.
Go Cats.
Okay.
Okay.